Okie dokie. Let's see what this brings about today. For those of you who are tuning in a little bit later, not during the live, hello, my name's Anthony Gray. Welcome to Grayscale Painting, the live edition. My tablet starts a little bit slow, so bear with me a second. While it's catching up, I'll name off the paints here. Cad red, cad green, light blue, dark blue, got a cad yellow, titanium white, and some I believe that's raw umber. Okay, got a little glycerin off camera, got some water off camera, actually 2 buckets of water off camera. All right, and once again I'm just waiting for this thing to start up, my tablet here, that way I can see the text when it's being shown. But as of right now, everything's acting a little bit on the slow side, and while it's catching up, I guess I'll put a little glycerin on the watercolor paper here. It's 11 by 15 inch watercolor paper. It's double double layered watercolor paper. You only need a very little bit of glycerin. I have another painting project underneath this, which is why you see a white background. Okay, and that's the only reason why you see it white like that. All right. Okay, YouTube is slowly waking up here. Of course, it shows the most disturbing looking photo of myself, but you know, that's how it goes. Hello, Johnny, how are you? You're not chatting on me on Facebook, you're on YouTube today. But I understand what you're saying. Let me, I really don't want to share it now. I don't want to share it out on this, but because it's just dreadfully slow to share it out. That's not the one anyway. Here we are. Actually, I shouldn't have copied the link. Let me do that over again. I'll just put it on the news feed. So it should get there eventually. Anyway, for those of you who are just coming in, I just put a light bit of glycerin on there. I don't really have to. I just post it. I don't have to write nothing on it. All right, I think we're set here. And there we go. All right. Okay, let's get in here. Look down below here on your, oh, you can't look down below. You don't see the palette. My bad. There you go. I shall do it all over again since you didn't see it the first time. Cad red, sap green, light blue and dark blue, cad yellow, titanium white, a little raw umber. Okay. All right, let's get in here. Let's get a little bit of this light blue here. And we'll just take the light blue and we'll just pop it over here in this corner. We'll bring it on down like that. Fade it a little bit. You see a disturbing little line there. We'll do something with that. That was kind of my error. That was my mistake. We're gonna get a little more blue. We're gonna deepen it right up in here. Lighten it up on that one. We'll kind of lighten it up here. Like I say, we'll straighten all of that up as we go along here. But yeah, that's just a tear that I've done. But I'll mask that. I'll do something with that. I'm not really worried about the tear. Oh, let's get a little bit of red. A little bit of white in that red. We'll lighten it up like that. And we'll put some of that here. It's got to be lighter than that. That looks a little too dark. So we'll add a little white to that. We'll lighten it up a bit. We'll kind of fade that in there a little bit, like so. Like that. Let's get a little bit of red, a little bit of white. We'll kind of put that right up in here like this. Okay, something like that. I have a bad habit of putting my brushes in certain areas, and I shouldn't. I'm just going to smooth all of this out here. Believe it or not, this is just me blocking in the sky in itself. So we're just going to kind of blend all that in, get rid of the streak marks, smooth it out. Like I say, that tear is pretty ugly. But it's all right, I'll work with it. There we go. That I want. All the rest we can work with. We'll work with the rest. Get a little bit of white and we'll kind of brighten it up here. Real subtle. Just like that. And we'll kind of brighten it up a little bit more. Maybe over here. Just like that. Just like that. And we'll work with it. We'll work with it and work with it. We'll get a little touch of dark blue. Just a little bit, just a slight bit there. And we'll put it right up in here. Just kind of. Just wave it around. Just like that. Wave it in here a little bit. Very. There we go. Like that. Don't look too bad except for that tear. All right. Okay. All right. This like I said, we'll work with that tear. Don't worry about the tear in there. That tear came from me masking this, and I masked it wrong, and when I pulled up, I just peeled it the wrong way and it just ripped. All right. But it's nothing to fret about, really. Honestly, it's nothing to worry about. I'm going to get a little bit of yellow because I just want to kind of accentuate down here a little bit, just like that. And I'll just fade it away. Little cross strokes will help blend that out of there. There. Okay. Everything's a building up process, so. Hashtag don't panic. Hello, Dorothy. Hello, Billy. Okay, let's I think I'll deal with a yeah, I guess I'll mess with this. This will do. Let's get a little bit of brown. Look down here. We got a little bit of brown. I think I'll go with this darker blue. I'm gonna mix it in, make it a little grayish. See this? Just makes it kind of gray. I'm gonna need a little more of it, so let's get a little bit more of that. Something like that. Now I can take this and slap a tiny bit of white in there. There we go, a little more presentable. Not as ominous. I'll speak English eventually. Okay. Let's play right around in here in this ugly striped area right in here. Okay. We'll play all in here. So I'll just mess around with all of that with this. See, when you come across a mistake, an error, something that you've done, and you feel that you can't do anything with it, I'm just going to show you right now that you can. Just like that. We'll kind of come out this way with it. I'll smooth all of this out eventually. Just like that. And maybe a little something here. And we're going to kind of, let's get some more of that brown, some more of that blue. Now the glycerin is still on here, so get a little bit of white there. Kind of gray it up a little bit. This is good overcast cloud stuff. Let's kind of shape that up a little bit. Something like that. And then we'll come on down in here like this. And we'll bring one kind of up and then back down. Like it kind of meets with the other fella. And then I'll just kind of mix it in with that pink. Just come on down there like that. Make sure some of that pink kind of stays in there a little bit. Then I'll get some more. A little bit more here. I'll just start shaping stuff like this. I know we got this disturbing thing, so I guess I'll kind of do it like this and bring it down this way, kind of thin it out a little bit, something like that. I'll take one of my blenders here. We'll kind of soften some of that up a little bit there. It's just me getting rid of a lot of them streak marks there. Just smooth them out. And I can kind of pat and wisp some of that like that. Kind of gently wisp some of this too. You'll see as we move along here. Okay, let's get a little touch of white here. I'll put it where the gray is. I get a little bit of that light blue, kind of tint that white a little bit, just like that. And then we'll just kind of come up and around in here a little bit. Bring it up here. And I'll bring something down around in here like that. A little more white. We'll lighten it up a little bit more. Hello, Beth. Oh yeah. I can share the link on Facebook, yeah. But you're actually on YouTube watching me. Every Wednesday evening, I'm on YouTube. doing a live. But yes, it will share on Facebook, yeah. And that's all it really did. I don't know if, yeah, I guess I can exaggerate a little bit. I'll put it in there like that. Not really too much here. I guess I can just kind of scoop a couple little wisps of something over here. And that's about it. Take a smaller blender brush. We'll start fluffing things out a little bit all up in here. We're gonna marry all that in together. It's a building up process, so you'll see in a second. It looks kind of crazy now, but hopefully we'll get this looking okay. Don't really have to do too much here, really. We'll get a little bit of white. I'll just use the blender for it, and we'll just kind of tap in some joyous things. Like I said, my English will strengthen up as we go along. I'll wipe off the brush. I'll marry some of that together there. And this is just straight white. I'll pop some in there like that. And kind of pull it over a little bit. I'm looking at the other screen here. Let's get a little bit of deep brown. Let's see what that'll do for us right up in here a little bit. Then I'll take some dark blue, a little touch of dark blue. We'll mix it in there a little bit. Just getting a nice, interesting cloud bottom here going. And we'll get a little bit of white, and we'll kind of touch up around in here, just like that. Come up around here like this. Pretty nice way to hide stuff. Why don't you make it interesting and make it look like you're not trying to hide something? Just like that. Just kind of mess around with it a little bit. And you just keep at it, keep building it. Keep building. Just like that. And just have a little fun with it. I'll bring some of that up around here like this. Wipe off my brush a little bit, and we'll pat some of that up in here. Kind of wisp some of that there. I don't have to totally blend all of it, you know, you don't have to over blend. Just like that. Just make it pretty interesting. Okay, let's get a little bit of red, a little bit of white, a little more white. And we'll start. Hey, Ian Appelis, how you doing, brother? I don't even know if I even told you. Yeah, I think I did, but thank you. It's good to see you. Good to see you. I see you did a what was it, a hut in a road? Something a little different. I didn't see, normally see you do, which is cool. And for those of you who don't know who Ian Appelis is, he is a very good Kaba from down under. Excellent artist. Well worth the peek, the look-see, if you will. So, if you care to give a gander at some of his wonderful works, go take a peek. And he does have a Facebook site here too. Okay. I'm looking at the larger screen because, one, the glare isn't as much and I get to see what the heck I'm doing. As I'm doing this, I need more white. Sheila Harvey, hello. Jen, how are you, dear? That's another one. She's more of a Twitchaholic. She's another one. If you want to look at how to do animals in pen and ink, watercolor, even acrylics. Pen and ink is her thing. Amazing realistic animals. Even though she touts that she tries, well, she does a little more than try. But look at her work. Now I have her on Instagram, so her stuff comes up on my feed. Amazing, amazing work. And she is also, I believe she's from the land down under too, I think. Her time difference is crazy. And outstanding work she does. So the people that you hear me mention, please give a peek. Check them out. Oh yeah, I'm just a kind, gentle soul. Can't you see it on my face? YouTube wants me to do memberships and stuff like that. I don't know. About all of that, I'm thinking about it. I don't know. It all depends. I know I would have to be on here a little more often. But we'll see. They want me to do it though. I know I think it's rare nowadays that when you are able to be monetized, they usually send you through a review, and I didn't get a review. The day it happened. Everything went through. So I don't know if that's a rarity nowadays or what, but I didn't seem to have any trouble getting everything. So everything was just there. So I was very fortunate. So, but if any of you brave souls want to match Ian, he's something else. He stirs the pot. That guy. He'll sit back in the chair and laugh. He did the same kind-hearted thing with Diana. He was very nice. That was real cool. So as you can see, I'm doing all wispy cloud type things here going on. Now the glycerin has dried, or it's pretty tacky, so I'm able to kind of fudge around with it and scumble and just have fun with different tones. And if you see, I'm going in different directions with the higher clouds. Like I say, all just adds interest. Okay, that's all. Add a little interest, a little fun to it. Like I say, I'm looking at, when you see me looking over here, I got a 40-inch screen. I'm looking at a 30-something inch screen over here that I'm looking at. So, $9:25 in the morning in Australia. I think it's 7:27 in the morning where Ian is. So you guys are living in a different part of Australia. I think if Jen's there, she is in another part. I know she's a few hours away from Ian. So, okay, let's play with a little. Should I play with that? Yeah, I should. Actually, I want to. I'll play with a little more of that dark area there. And it's just me really having fun with the clouds, playing with them, umber and some dark blue. Makes a great gray. And we'll darken this up a little bit more. That's like so. We'll come up in here. Contrast, contrast, contrast. There we go. We'll play around with some of that there and let's wisp it away. All right. Okay. I clean the paint off the brush and just get a new batch. And I just want to kind of play in here a little bit. Just a little bit more. I wanted a little pink to be in there, but I changed my mind. I just want a flat gray. Actually, I can tint that a little bit. So let's get a little bit of red, a little bit of white. I'll tint it a little bit. See, just like that. When it dries, you got a mixture of the pink and that gray in there. So I'll tint it a wee bit there. And maybe just a small hint of white. Tiny hint of white there. I'll just crisscross it. See, it just lightens it up a little bit. It's not too stark. Okay, that should be enough. You're the same time as Sheila, but you're not the same time as Ian. Think he's on the other side of the island somewhere. Then again, he's here, he can tell you. Or he can probably just sit back and enjoy laughing at me trying to be, you know, a second-rate map traveler. Just adding a little more white up there. That's all. It's, you know, up to your discretion whether to smooth them out or whatever. I don't necessarily need to. I think that's fine. One is very light, so, but there's still some activity going in there. All right. Okay. Guess I'll take he's way ahead. Thank you, Johnny. I tend to have a bad habit of using the same brush all the time. Whatever brush that I tend to have in my hand, that's the one I use. There we go. Let's wisp it up a little bit. Like I say, the glycerin is not very prevalent, so you got a short shelf life with acrylic. Make the best of it. As you get used to it, you'll know how to work your way around it. There we go. I'll stop messing with that. I really don't need to deal with it anymore. Hey, Billy. Alrighty, let's clean off this little mop brush here. I am working from a photo reference, but I'm entirely not doing it the way they're doing it. But the placement is there, but everything else, not really. And you can do that. You have that liberty to do that. Okay. Alrighty then. I guess I can deal with that little. It's such a small amount of water, which is why the tape is here. It's really kind of a laugh, really, why I would block it. But I only blocked it off to keep a sharp horizon line, which I may ruin anyway. So. But we'll see. That little triangular piece. that's the water. That's it. As far as water is concerned. All right. Let's get we'll use a longer bristle 1/2-inch brush. And let's get into a little bit of green. We'll put the green right here. A bit of blue, light blue. We'll put the light blue in there like that. Then we get a small touch of the dark blue and put it in there. That should work. This should do. I'll get the smallest amount of glycerin, put it on the brush, put it into the paint just to get it to move around, flow a little bit better than what it's doing right now. I use heavy body acrylics, and we'll get it as close as possible here. Move your whole arm just like so, and we'll just kind of pop that in there like this. It looks a little greenish, and that's fine. That's okay. There. See? Told you. It'll be fine. You will be all right. Move your whole arm. Don't move your wrist. Move your whole arm. Okay? Okay. I guess we can lighten it up a little bit. Up in here. Just a little bit. Just leave it be. All right, leave it alone after that. Touch it not, leave it be, you're good. Okay. I guess we can start fleshing out the land a little. At least where I want the land to be. Let's get a little bit of that sap green. We'll do it this way first. Just the sap green right now. I'm just blocking where I want certain things to be here. Oh, right up around in here. Something like that. Go up there. Come on down in here a little bit. I'm looking at the painting just a tad. Make sure I got certain things right. Kind of ends right up around there. Everything else is like rocks. After this, I'll come down here like this. And then it's just me fleshing stuff out here a little bit. Something like that. I don't have to have it go down any further than that. This will be fine. I'll detail it later. I'm just, like I say, I'm just fleshing out the rocks right there. Alrighty. See what else I got going on here with this guy. Yeah, all the rest is rocks. Let's take some of this brown. Once again, I'll put the red in here with the green. It doesn't really matter at this point. And get some dark blue going. Remember, the dark blue and the brown will make a very interesting gray. Now I got green mixed up in it, and that's okay. Get a little bit of white, put it in there. Just need more brown. Here we go. Brown it up a little bit. Send out some nice warm gray there. Now, if I add white to that, it will start to look more of the type of gray you're familiar with looking at. Okay, let's just we'll just kind of flesh in where the rocks would be. Oh, something like that, and 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 like that. And we get some tiny little guys in there like this. Just like that. It goes out into the water a little bit. Then we just do it again up here. Boom, pow, boom. It's like that. See? It looks like rocks without even trying. Okay. Boom. They're getting a little bigger here, bigger there, bigger everywhere. Don't worry, I'll add little pockets of dark in there, and highlights and all of that stuff. But you kind of see where it's headed. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's get a little bit of blue. I'll put it somewhere. A little bit of blue, a little bit of red, which makes my favorite deep maroon. A little more blue. Put it in here. Actually, the blue that I'm using is not really dark enough, but we'll work with it. Okay, I'll kill it with some of that green. All right, now you see how dark that brownish is? Okay. That's cool. And then we'll start tapping in little dark spots in there. Especially down here on the bottom. Give it a little bit of body down there. Something like that. Put it in there, just tap them in. We'll put highlights and all that fun stuff in there. But as you see me doing here, what I'm doing, okay, without really trying too hard. It's starting to look like rubble. Okay. All right. I like the color of this, so maybe we'll play around with some of this. Use the side of the brush and we'll just kind of get some kind of weird, sandy, rocky, crusty stuff going on here. Put some underneath the log there, and we're going to put some underneath this log like that. Put it up under there like that. We're going to get a little bit of white. We'll put it over here. Just mash it up like that. And we'll just kind of put some of that lighter stuff in there. When it gets to the water, it kind of breaks up a little bit. Then you put the rest of it in here. Pop up in here like that. Very interesting how you can just get your land to be what you want it to be, really. I remember we got a couple logs there. One's right here. Then we got the other one. Just kind of cover some of that up, to break some of that up. Blend it in there. See? Blend it right in. Thanks, Bill. We'll put speckly pebbles and stuff in there also. We'll get to it. Okay. I'm going to take a little bit of yellow, a little bit of white, a small touch of red. We'll play around with some of that too. So we're going to get some yellow. We'll put the yellow right in here. Get some more yellow. Put it right in there like that. Get a little touch of white. Put it right in there like that. Lighten it up a little bit. I'm going to use the side of the brush. So I'm wiping off some of the paint there. Okay. All right. And we'll just kind of, look at that. Just wipe it across. We'll keep it kind of more on, over here on this side, more or less. Just like that. Where you see some of that sunlight hidden, we'll keep it over there. A little more opaque white. I don't want it too white though. Just a little more opaque. Same color, a little more opaque like that. Kind of create a little dune right in here somewhere. Once again, I'll just keep it over here on this side. Okay, we'll leave that be. Let's get to these rocks here. Let's deal with the rocks for one hot second. Let's take a 1/4" flat brush. Let's take pretty much the color we have here. Let's roll up the sleeves here. Get a little white into this brownie mix here. It's grayish. This is actually a really warm gray. Okay, so full of rocks in here. We'll play with the rocks a little bit. I'm usually not this far back with my camera. We'll put it right here. Up a little bit, just like that. Hit the focus here. One of my there. One of my wires has been pulled, so I gotta fix that when I get to it. But that's why you see the blackout. And we'll just kind of add some highlights here and there. Okay. I'm used to hearing background noise of my TV. We have a Roku, and if you don't, I don't know, after a certain amount of time, it just don't, it cancels out. It figures you're not paying attention or watching it, so it just flat out stops. And so I heard all of this long pause of silence. And so I look over there, it's got the screensaver going. So all this dead silence is kind of unnerving for me. I gotta have a little something going on in the background other than traffic, which is barely any right now. I'm just gonna lighten up what I just put down, just for variance's sake, like that. Mainly around where, like I say, where the sun may be, the little daybreak there. Okay, so it's really up toward the top there. You got some peeking up over here a little bit. Eventually we'll get to the lighthouse, which is really, I mean, it's just a cylinder. All the interesting stuff is really what I'm doing right now, to me anyway. Okay, let's get to the logs here real quick. Let's use this stuff. I'm just gonna get a little bit of water instead of the glycerin. Okay, so the logs are pretty much right here. And this is just my interpretation of the logs. They're not the most perfect things. And they're logs, so they're kind of weather beaten and beaten down pretty good. All right, I'm just wiping off the residue off my on my towel. I got a beach towel here, and we'll just blend in some of that dark in with that. We don't have to make it too even. Kind of add little striations to this guy. Little knots and stuff to it. We'll get a little bit of yellow. Well, we'll just mess with this here. This is fine. What we have over here. Add a little white to it, make it a little more opaque. Right up here. We'll kind of add some stuff to it like that up here. A little beat up log there. Really loose interpretation of a log there. Get a little more white. Put it right here. It's mixing in with what I have already on the brush. Just a little bit on the top there. And we're gonna kind of take the corner of the brush and we'll kind of do a little half circle there. Just like that. I'm gonna take a little bit of blue. We'll put the blue over here. A little bit of red. This is just my flat out go-to color for dark. Or I can use the brown in the red. Something just dark. A little more blue. And I'll slap a little bit of brown in there. Okay. All I need is just something dark. So I can put it right in here. Just like that. And make a little creases there. Just like that. See? You can take the same thing and you put little knots in the wood like this. Really up to you how you want to do it. More knots on the bottom there. Okay, where the shadow represents the shadow there. Okay. Okay. Very good. There. See? Wood. Alright. Okay. Let's go back into our darker color. Add a little more brown. Let's do the second one here. A little knot right here. We'll just kind of put it in there. I'll just make this one a bigger one. Just like that. Put it in there like that. Take some of that lighter color. We'll just add a little more white to it. There we go. Bring that color back. No glycerin or anything. I'll just kind of shape this guy too. Just like that. I'll just block in all of this and then we'll marry the two together. Have I thought about getting back into oils? Yeah, I actually have. It would have to be a separate thing. Or maybe if I do the membership thing, then I'll concentrate on oils with that. Oils are, they're a different animal. And plus, I gotta find a place to put them. I'm just mixing a little bit of blue and red with the brown here, so I can separate. And just fade it in there, just like that. I'll wipe off my brush. And I'll just kind of scumble some love into this guy, just like that. And once again, we're going to do the same thing like we did with the other log. We're going to come in here. Just get some color, just borrow some color a little bit. All right, we're going to come over in here and we're just going to lighten up that top there. Really weather beaten. Not smooth at all. It's got patches and, you know, the waves have been hitting it, the sand's been beating on it, you know. Birds have been crapping on it, so. And I'm using the side of the brush. Now, you would figure I would use, since I bought a big roll of it, I just didn't cut it up and make sheets out of it yet, but I do got a big roll of canvas roll down here. And I got the canvas roll, I got the foam board. I didn't cut any of them the size, but I'll get it done. Only on the top there, only on top. kind of liven this up a little bit. Just like that. Okay. Thank you. Let's get into some of this dark. We're going to give him a little knot too. He's a little hollow. Just like that. See how you can create depth so easily? Not necessarily the color in itself, it's just the shape. Okay. I think we all know what beach logs look like. And once again, just put some of those striations in there, those crevices in these guys. It's just a representation of it. Okay. Not bad for 51 minutes. I need more shadow. Right in here. And we'll kind of fade that shadow out a little bit. It's just a soft, see that? Just blend it out, like so. You see how that looks? It's a deeper shadow here, it's a larger shadow. This is why I go through brushes. I'm not very gentle with them. Okay, all right. Let's have a little fun. Let's have a little fun. Let's take a small, this is a hog's hair. There, I'll put it right here. It's a hog's hair brush. You see it's kind of rough looking. All right. Okay. Let's get a little bit of water, just a little bit. We'll go into this dark. We need a little darker zone. Let's get some blue. Let's get some red. Get a little green in there. A little more blue. Okay. And a little bit of water. This is thicker paint, so I loosen up just a little bit. And we'll pop some boom, like that. Boom. Put them in there. Don't be scared. The closer you are, the more control you have over it. Okay. But I'll just put them in there like that. Come up around here a little bit. Put some down in here. Now my paint's a little thick, so not as much is coming off, but that's actually a good thing for me. Okay. If they're up on your rocks, wipe them away. It's no big deal. Don't cry about it. A little bit of water. A little bit. Just a little. And usually around where the sunlight is, you pop in some. No, actually it's not bright enough. So let's go over here. Thicker paint, be careful. Thicker paint, get pretty close. And there we go. You pop some of that in there. Give it a chance to dry. Okay. Remember, once it dries flat. So it's not as intrusive as you think. Okay, but you know, some little granular stuff going on there. Liz Ann, how are you? Liz Ann Fires. It's good to see you. Okay, since I got the brush in my hand here, let's play with, we'll get some more, let's get some green here. We'll put some heavier green in this, right in here. Okay, up in here, this area here. Let's have the, if I can do it, get the green. I'm just pressing and going upward. So we'll get the green to stand up here. All up in there like that. All right, you see that? All right. Just get the green, just get some striations so you know that there's an edge there, basically. Okay, let's get a little bit of yellow. Got the green on the brush, we'll put it here. All right. And we'll get just a small amount of white, very small. Just brighten it up just a slight bit. Okay, and we'll start putting just little touches. Just stagger them a little bit. Put some here. All right, now we're gonna go into some white. We're gonna separate from over there, get it a little bit brighter. Still got green on the brush. Okay, and we'll, yeah, we'll pop it right here, just on the edge, like that. And we'll come over here, get some come down there like that. We'll pop some up in here a little bit like that. Something like that. I'll probably leave it alone. I won't bother it any more than that. All right. Let's get a micro brush. We're gonna zoom in a second. Actually, let's come down here like this. We'll bring it right about it here. Let's zoom in for one hot minute. We'll put it right there. It's perfect. Okay, it's still in focus. All right, let's get well, we'll mess with the green here. A little bit of green. We'll go into the brown with this little tiny brush. Even though this is a little micro brush, kind of to water up the paint just a little bit. It's not much paint's gonna be held on this little brush. And this is a fine little fellow. Let's see if I can find it with the camera there. Right there. See that little fellow? See how tiny that is? Okay. Most of this should be dry, but you know, let's do this. All right. Let's put in a funky little pine tree. We'll just start with a top right here like this. A little dot right there. And we'll come, well, actually, we'll just do the whole thing like this. But we're going to come upward. Come upward like that. And it gets a little wider and wider and wider. It comes out just like that. It comes out like that. And we'll do the same thing on this side. Just like that. We're going to do another one. We'll put a taller one. Like I say, this don't hold too much. It doesn't hold too much water or too much paint. We'll put a taller one there. Give him a little tip there, and we'll just kind of dot him around like this. He gets a little larger and larger and comes out like that. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Just turn it around here. I think we got some paint on the other side. Just keep touching it, just like so. Okay. How you doing, Shane? We'll put a few more. Put one right about, somewhere around here, like this. Just like that, and we'll come up and do the same thing right in here, just like that, and plug that in like so. I might put one more in there. They get a little taller, so something like that. And once again, we'll just kind of pop them in there like this. There's a reason why I'm doing them this way. There's a method to my madness. You'll see in a few minutes. And it's just representation of a couple of pines there. Okay. All right. Can't see the left side of the splatters. Oh, we won't be using that brush. That one just hit the skids. It just went down below. I'm 4 feet off the ground, so I'm not getting that chair. I'm getting that brush. Let's go into our brown here, and we'll just mix it in with the green. And we'll put a little bit of red in there, just like that. We'll just put that red and the green together. Now that's a lot of red, so we're gonna have to kill that with a little bit of green. There we go. We'll just kill it there. See that? All right. A little touch of blue in there. This is perfectly fine. Okay, this is just the trunks of the trees. And we're going to put the trunks, press down, something like that. All right. This is just the trunk so far, just the trunks. And we'll kind of pop one like that, and we'll pop another one, come out that way. Get some water to loosen up the paint. Oh, we're gonna put another one. Come on down in there like that, a little taller, and then we'll do one more like that. All right, let's get a lot of water. A lot of water. Get the paint to an eggy consistency here. This is where I would have needed my tiny brush before it decided to do a header on the floor. But we're gonna do little branches coming out here, then like that, with a couple like that. I'm getting my script liner and I'm just rolling it around in the paint there. Come here like this, and some come this way, put a thicker one there, have it root out that way, come around there like that. Okay. Not like you're gonna see all of this, but you know, still. They look cool. And it gives you some practice. Something like that. Silver City, how you doing, bro? Man, I'm getting extremely frustrated with Reaper. Actually, it's not Reaper itself. The VSTs that actually go for a Mac seem to work fine. The one module to run Windows VSTs into a Mac, the module itself isn't booting up. It's not coming on. So I got to look and see if there's another way. And I'm just going to have to get the NetSynth and the net other thing works fine, but it's the VST host that's not working. So I'll have to find another way. But I've already got my little band already situated and set up, already figured out everything. And they work fine. They work great. No lag time or anything. They're absolutely awesome. Okay, I'm gonna get I just use a smaller sand brush for the deciduous trees. Okay, and I'll probably just use this brownish red. Why not? Don't have to be green all the time. We'll use the brownish red. Okay, and we're just gonna get interesting patterns with our trees. Okay, and I guess I'll kind of do them like this. But as I'm doing them, I'm gonna just kind of go in this direction with them. So we get interesting little clumps, just like this, but we're gonna kind of make them lean a little bit to the right. Get some more paint, because what you want to do is you want a light touch, so that's just more paint. More paint and a light touch. Get interesting little clumps. Yeah, you guys can see that. Interesting little gatherings of clumps there. And just kind of tilt them towards the right. Come in here, do the same thing. You don't have to cover up everything. Okay, bring some down there like that. Just like that. Okay, let's get a little bit of yellow. We'll put the yellow. Yellow's kind of transparent, so you need a little white to beef it up a little bit, just like that. And you see where I'm putting the color. Okay, so the color's doing the harmony's still there. A lot of paint though, a lot of paint on that brush. I'll not just use the corner of the brush, and we just kind of lightly accent the tops there, just like that. And I'll just turn the brush around. I got more color on the other side, and still kind of aim it. Cause see, you got your foundation color. This is your secondary color if you want to add a third one on there for the really bright stuff. And I'll show you in a split second here. What little bit of white you got left, use that. I'll use this. Still got some lingering around here. Okay. Then almost to the very top. Stuff on the top. Just like that. This is really sad. I don't have enough white. I have no white. I contaminated where it was, so we'll just put the white right here. I need white anyway for the lighthouse. That should be almost the only thing left, really. Okay. So we get a little more titanium white. We'll put it around here somewhere. The brighter the highlight, the less of it you need. Okay. It is still contaminated with the yellow-red, so the harmony is still there. Come up around here a little bit. Mainly around the tops, actually. You can skate a few down below, but usually they're hanging around on the top where you figure the sunlight's going to hit them. All right. Okay. You know what? Let's pop a couple bushes in there. Boom, like that. Boom, boom. Just a little something in there. Just like that. And all I'm doing is I'm just taking a brush, giving it a little push. Going different directions with it. Leave it alone. RV Weekends, how you doing? Thank you very much. Yes, hit back to the lab. Yeah, you got that right. Back to the lab, brother. But we'll get it going. We'll get it going. Because once I have that set, I'm good to go. I have the instruments that I need and the synth that I need. Anything else, I just add it on there. So my main thing really is to get something that allows me to use the VSTs for Reaper and the Mac, the PC VST for Reaper, and get me a drum loop, something you probably already in there, and I'll put it in track 10, and I should be good to go. Okay. Speaking of good to go, we got one more thing. We got the white here, so we just use the white. Even though there's not much water here. Up in here, very thin. Of course you don't see it. I'm glad I caught it. Boom, right here. Okay, right in here. Let's just do a series of dots right here. Okay. Just right in there like that. And then I'll just kind of give it a little push right here by the rocks. Just like that. Give it a little push. Go outward like that. Splatter around up there. Just like that. I'll strengthen this a little bit. There. So we got get some coming over the other side. Look at that. See how I did that? Take your brush and go downward. Boom. See that? Okay. And, you give it a little wave there. Just like that. Okay. All right. Okay, dokie. I'm going to show you something else now that everything is dry. Once again, acrylic paint dries flat. So let's look. I'll show you something real fast. Wrong direction. There. Let's push this over. Okay, I want you to look up here. Let's pull it out a little bit more. And let's swing over here. Okay. One, acrylic paint dries ridiculously fast, okay? Okay, so we've got our sandy, whatever. The values are there. They're okay. They're cool. But it can also be a little more depth to them. There's just not enough for me. This is definitely your discretion. I'm gonna take a softer brush and do this with. This one's a little large, but it'd be all okay for what I want to show you. Let's go into our disgusting looking water. Let's just take water. Let's take this color we have. Take a little bit of blue. Now maroon would be great for this. Got a little more blue, get a slight touch of red. I always end up getting more red than blue, but that's okay. We'll even it out here. Okay. More toward the blue side though, for a nice little shadow. All right. Okay. All right. Now get a little bit more water. We'll put it over here. Let's see how. Yeah, that should be all right. Okay. Let's look over here. Now watch. Now this is just paint with a lot of water in it. So we got our instant glaze. So let's go here behind the rocks and do a little something. See? Look. Oh, like this, like that. Okay, don't worry about it being too strong. Believe me, this stuff dries flat, so have no fear. All right. Get it out of the rocks there. So I can manipulate it a little bit. Sorry. Just like so. You don't have to have the streaks in there. You tease it around like that. In between the logs here, darken it up in there where those logs are. Okay, don't worry about the edge. The edge you just wipe away like that. Come down here, strengthen that a little bit. Now remember, you got a glaze, so when it dries, you still see texture underneath all of this. You got me? Okay. So I'm just adding a little bit of depth into all of this. I keep the intensity of that shadow color. I'll just get rid of the hard edge. So you can add as much or as little as you feel you need. Okay. Okay. I'm looking. See, you can always go over it again and again and again. And if you don't like the purple, you can add more brown. Okay, so you have it as dark as you want, whatever color floats your boat. Now I like that. And let's bring some of that up in here too. Bring some shadows. So you can create deeper shadows in there just by playing with it. Just like that. And just leave it alone. Francis G. This is 11 by 15. This is just watercolor paper. I just glued two sides together. That's why you don't see it bow and bend and everything. Okay. I like a border on mine, so this is nothing but Scotch tape here. So when it peels off, it'll be a very sharp border. Okay, we're going down right to the final leg here. Okay. This guy right here, the lighthouse itself. And basically that should be it in a perfect world. So let's see if I can take this up without tearing up anything. And I slowly will pull and lift. All right, slow pull, lift. There we go. Lighthouse. Lighthouse shouldn't be too difficult to do. A lot of glazing, if anything. Okay. Yeah, because I do a lot of tutorials, it's just cost effective for me to do the watercolor paper. But if I do plan to sell them, and I sell a lot of these too with the watercolor paper, it's just a better presentation when they're on the canvas and foam board there. Okay, let's get going with this fella. Actually, let me scoop up all of this trash. I don't need a lot of this. I don't need, so let's make a lot of this go away. Like a paper towel here. And we'll just, this is a glass palette. So as you can see, get yourself a nice metal let's put this, well, let's put this on one hand here and let me clear all this off. As you see, it just comes right up. No fuss, no muss, right? Alright, I can put the jar back. I just take the residual paint and just put it on the paper towel and toss it. But this is it. So when I do clean the glass palette, it's very simple. I just take some what do you call it? Rubbing alcohol, spray it on the glass palette, and that's it. Okay, so now I got a presentable surface. And let's get to getting here. Let's take a 1/2 inch flat. Yeah, that glass palette is awesome. It comes, you can get it either in white or the gray. Gray is neutral. Awesome. I prefer the gray, but that's just me. Okay, let's go with a little bit of green. We'll put the green right here. Let's go a little bit of red. We'll mix it. Always mix too much red. That's just me. So we'll put green in there, brown it up just like that. There. They cancel each other out. They're opposites on the color chart there. See, look at that warm gray. See that? Cool, right? Yeah, baby. Warm gray. Let's get some more white. Let's brighten it up a little bit. There's a method to my madness of why I'm doing what I'm doing. Gray, no matter if it's warm or cool, it's still a neutral color. What does that mean? That means you can invite other colors into this stuff. Like a little bit of blue in it there. There we go. Okay. Get just a little white there. I'm bringing the color down on purpose so you can see the color transitions there. See that? All right. Okay. Okay. Let's get some water on my brush here. We'll just make a glaze out of it. Make it nice and watery there. Just like that. Let's get a little more white. Put the white in there. Brighten it up a little bit. Now we add a little bit of blue there. There we go. Just like that. See how you can keep playing with it and keep playing with it and keep playing with it. All right, let's go to the lighthouse here. And if you got a steady hand, all the better. And I'll just kind of come here and put it right in there, put it right in there, put it right in there, put it right in there. Move the whole arm, move the whole arm. Just like that. I'll come around here on the side. Do the whole thing like so. Get as close to the edge as I can. Like that. We're going to do all sorts of little things with this, so fret not. Yes, all one color so far for right now. Just like that. We're going to come around this side and just like that. More of a glaze than anything else. I'm going to keep that little white piece right in there. Okay. Okay. Let's get a little bit of this darker stuff right here. And we're going to go underneath. Right in here. Curve it. I just flatten out the brush. I just keep curving. Almost like a two-stroke deal, if you guys can see it. Let's curve it around. Can you see that? Okay. Oh, Sleeve Stacks, I'm glad you're here. The reason why you see the background is white is because your pterodactyl's on the other side. It's already taped to the board. Here. I didn't forget about you. I just didn't paint it yet. It's sketched out though. But it is sitting right here. I'm gonna make a tutorial out of it. Okay. Let's go here on this one side. It's just titanium white. right down. I'm gonna go back up again. I'm gonna wipe off my brush. I got a little short window. Look at this, watch, look, get rid of that. Get rid of that crease line there. Get rid of it. Get rid of that crease. There. Get a little bit of water. I'm just gonna half load this brush. White on one side, a little bit of nothing on the other. Straight white right here. I was gonna put the brightness on the other side, but I changed my mind. I'll just make it bright here and put it right here. Let's get a little bit of, let's go back into that dark color. Just like that. And we'll get a little bit of blue. Small touch of red in there. I wish I had my darker blue. I would have liked the darker blue a little bit more. But this should do, more or less. And right here, instead of it being the lighter side, I'll just make it the darker side, just like this. You'll see in a second. Watch what happens. You gotta be pretty confident doing stuff like this. I'm used to it. I'm used to it. Once again, just like you did on the light side, do it on the dark half. See how it kind of rounds itself out on you? See that? Fear not. Don't panic. You'll be okay. I swear you will. You will be fine. Let's get a little bit of red while I'm here. There. Hello, Senzo. How are you? Good to have you. Let's get a little bit of blue. We'll put it, a little bit of light blue. We'll put it here. Get a little touch of white in there. Let's get some white. We'll put the, there we go, like that. We'll just come here and add this little bit of love right in here. Yep, you guys can see it. Okay. Just like that. Let's get it a little darker. A little darker, a little darker. Let's mix that in a little bit. Right in here. Boom. Slight touch. Just like that. Okay, just like so. Got a little bit of water on the brush. Just a little bit, and we'll kind of give him a little half right there. There we go. Thank you, Bill. We're gonna get a little touch of brown. Get some water in that brown, just a little bit there. We're gonna tint that roof. I just want the roof a little darker here. Now I can put my hand over this because 98% of this stuff is dry. Okay, okay. Then I'm gonna get a little corner of paint. We're gonna put the brighter side right here, that little piece of rough right there. Just like that. Let's get a little bit of light blue and some white. Right in here. Let's get some watered down white for the rest of it here. Just mix it right in there. I wish I had my tiny micro brush, but it's still on the floor, being very lonely. So I guess I'll go with the script liner. Okay, we're gonna get a little bit of brown. We're extremely close to calling this finished. Now, you know I tend to get too much red, so this time I'll dye down the red a little bit. Mix it in there. I should have used phthalo blue. Phthalo blue would have been the blue of choice. But it's getting there. It's getting toward the darkness I need. All it is just a purple. But once it dries, it won't look that way with all this color going on with it. Okay, let's pop a window in here. Just like this, right? Thick, always thick on one side, thin on the other side. Just like that. We'll pop a little something in there. Like that. We'll do the same thing right here. Actually, it needs a little more water. It's a little thick. Even now it's too thick. So get a little bit of water. Yep, you guys can see it very carefully. Give them a little thickness right here. Then come on across now like that. And give them a little part right there. We'll put another one right here. Come on down a little bit. Thick right there. Before I do anything with that, hold on. Let's get, where's my micro brush? I think I can get away. No, I need something smaller than that. I'll use this tiny fella here. This little guy right there. Let's get a little bit of brown. Let's get a little bit of blue. Mix it in there. Just a slight hint of red in there. Makes it pretty good. Just like that. Just like that. And while I'm at it, actually, I won't use this brush. I'll use a round brush for it. Let's get a little bit of whatever we got left of white. We'll put it right here. Get a little bit of yellow. Just need to strengthen up the yellow with the white. I'm going to just pop some of that right in there like this. Get any more white there. Strengthen it up a little bit more. Pop one right in there like that. Okay. And we're going to do it again over here. Just like that. Jay Marie, how are you? It's good to see you. Did you get your painting, Jay? Seems like other people have gotten theirs already, so I just wanted to make sure. We're at 97% finished, you guys. Oh, just about the 90-minute mark. So we're doing pretty decent, I guess. All paintings are available for purchase. I do have a catalog. It's on the Facebook site there. Or if you want a PDF version of it, I'll send you the link and you can just download it. I do update them quite regularly. Okay, let's go back into our mix again. And let's finish off that fence. Some other things there. Okay, Francis. It should be there. That's right, you're from Canada. It should be there, that's right. Let's put the gate in here. Okay. Let's put a few things for windows right here. I have to wait for it to dry after I do this because I gotta put the yellow in this too. Alright, okay. I want to strengthen up that yellow, even though I mean I have to open up another little tube of white. And we're almost finished. All I gotta do is really take the tape off, show you what it looks like in the frame, and put a signature on it and call it a day. But I do thank you guys for watching, coming through. For those of you who are interested, I have more detailed instructions. It goes a little slower at Home Artist Academy. Put it in your search bar, homeartistacademy.uk. Okay, I'll be doing, there's a lot more instructions of doing backgrounds, floral backgrounds, and I have quite a few things on there already. They did a few new ones a couple of days ago, as a matter of fact. That should be uploaded soon. Let's strengthen up this yellow right in here. I just want to make it stand out a little bit more. Just like that. And this is just titanium white mixed in with a little bit of yellow, just to make the yellow pop out a little more. That is all. Just like that. So now you can see that. Okay. All right. Let us play with the yellow here. Right in here. We'll play with this. We're going to make like a little glow in here. You'll see in a sec. I'm going to get a little dot of red if I can get it. Just a little dot of red. We'll play with that yellow and red up in here like this. Just like this. Play around in there like this. Just a little bit. Like so. Then we're going to get titanium white. Put that titanium white right in there. We'll swim it around in there just like that. A little bit like that. Then I'll just get some yellow. Since the white's already on top of there, we put a little bit of yellow in there. So we're just playing around with some color right in there like that. Okay. Okay. All right. And just because I want to be cute, just because, let's get. I think I can get away with it with some tape. I wouldn't recommend this to all the amateurs, but you know, in case you, what I'm doing is I'm putting it on a towel and I'm just peeling it off, so it takes a lot of the stickiness out of there. Okay, that's about all I need for that. Let's get a little bit of white. Just a little touch of yellow in that white, just like that. Okay, a little more white though. We'll put the white right here, just tint it with yellow. Then I'm gonna take most of this off after I just coated it with white and yellow. I'll wipe a lot of it off there. And very lightly, you come from over here, very lightly. Just, I'll just keep doing it very faintly. Very faint, very faint. Probably needs a little more white. Very light though, very light. Do it lightly. Light as you can. You'll see in a second what it looks like. And you peel it off. Very lightly, peel it off. Looks like, see a little, see it? Very faint, very faint, very faint. So hopefully you guys can see that. Very faint. Very light. Very faint. Now that one's a little bit brighter on one side than the other, but I like it. It's cool. I'll just add a little more white to this one. Nice little trick you can do. So a little bit of white. Very light touch. Very light touch. Go right across there. I'm kind of used to doing it, so I think that should brighten it up a little bit. There. Okie dokie then. Let's sign a name on it. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. How tiny can you paint? Put a person waving in the window. See, Sweet Snacks, you're the type of person that if you with a cartoon or fit, you a phone would ring in your house, and then you would answer hello, and the fist would come through the bottom part of the phone. That's you, Sweet Snack. That's you. Let's put a name on it here. And I'll show you what it looks like in a frame. Like I say, if you're interested in this, I priced them to get rid of them. I got enough of them hanging around here. I may do a little bid auction. I got quite a few paintings, but that's if people really are interested in that type of thing. And I'll get rid of these things. I got ones on canvas. I mean, they're all different sizes. I got them all over the place. Florals, all sorts of stuff. Let's get this off here. All right. Let us take this tape off and let's see how well we got those edges, how crisp we got those sharp edges here. Peel up and away from your painting. Let's expand it a little bit, so I'm gonna put the frame on it. Okay, and as usual, you guys are gonna go through a presto switch-o change-o thing here. So hold on for 1 second. There we go. And let's put me down below somewhere like that. All right. This is Scotch tape. So I'm having a fun trying to find the corner. There, let's do it this way. And as you see, with Scotch tape, it gives me an extremely sharp border. The paint doesn't readily seep under Scotch tape, so I got an extremely sharp border. This is just my preference. This is what I like. You don't necessarily have to do this at all. If it's not your bag, don't do it. This is just what works for me. Why did I have a tear there? I don't know. All right, so I got one little scar right here. Why? I don't know. But we're gonna make the scar go away. There, go away. I'm a geek. I know it. All right, let's see what it looks like with a black frame. This is what it will look like in a black frame. I might be more partial to the black frame probably, but then again, that's just me. Okay, if I want to see my signature, just put it down a little bit lower, but that's it. All right. Okie dokie. Let's see what it looks like in a brown frame. All right, brown frame, it would look something like so. There. I don't know. I might be partial to the brown frame. I think the brown frame might make it. Who knows? Really, your decision, your choice, really. All right. Thank you so very much for watching tonight. I do appreciate it. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Let me know. Any questions or comment, leave below. I do answer them. You're welcome, Adonis. Good to see you. Lizanne Fines, thank you for coming. Francis, thank you very much. Beth, Sheila, Shane, J. Marie. I don't know if Ian is still in here, but thanks, Ian. Sheila Harvey. We got those flea stacks in here. I know Billy was in here. Sinzo. There's a few. RV Weekends. Johnny, who came from in the beginning. My buddy Robert from Silver City Studios. Well, thank you everybody that came through. I do appreciate it. Like I say, if interested, give me a holla. All right, that's it. That's done for tonight. Got to take the beast out for his nightly walk and get me some coffee and call it a night. Well, I'm glad you caught me live too, Lizanne. And if you do anything, I more than likely probably will catch you. My schedule is kind of crazy, especially over the weekend. So, how can we reach you? Hold on, group of motorcycles going by. They got to get it in before October hit, I guess. You can reach me through Messenger or email me at zillakong3@gmail.com. ZILLAKONG3@gmail.com. Okay. ZILLAKONG3@gmail.com. If you don't have Messenger. My Facebook page, Grayscale Painting. All right. Instagram, I think, is the same thing, Grayscale Painting or whatever. So, alrighty. It's time for me to split. Thank you very much. 1:45, not too bad. Usually it's around 90 minutes if I do something like this. So thank you guys. I hope it wasn't focused. Doesn't look like it wasn't focused. Yeah, it looks like it was in focus. No problem, Shane. Okay, guys, this will be up on my Facebook page in a few, probably about, I don't know, 30 minutes or so. Who knows? I gotta take a picture of it, and it'll be posted to various groups and whatnot. Thank you very much. I'll be doing a premiere on Monday at 7 p.m. Okay. And I'll be in the chat room when we can just have a good time. All right, guys. Peace.